is the latest on Giannis? Because, yes, he did well in Game 1, but it wasn't sort of the Giannis we're used to seeing.
Yeah, if you ask Giannis, he says he feels fine. He's feeling good. We asked Bud how he really is feeling. He said, look, yesterday everything looked clean and positive, so that's a good thing. Giannis is saying and emphasizing that his knee is fine. He's not thinking about his knee. I think we can partially believe him after seeing that chase down block in Game 1 and him really bodying Ayton down low. Bud also said, look, Giannis is a rhythm guy, so if he is feeling okay knee-wise, then maybe we could just feel like he's going to feel more comfortable as the series goes along. And Giannis being more Giannis-y, I think, is a positive thing for the Bucks.
Giannis being more Giannis-y. That should be like on a T-shirt somewhere.
Yes,
All right,
yes.
so what are the Bucks saying that they need to do better in Game 2?
So, look, they've dropped Game 1 in the last 3 series. So the sense I'm getting is the Bucks aren't panicking, but they're pretty disappointed, specifically in their defensive performance. And Jrue Holiday said, like, we can't give them a steady dose of any type of coverage. We really need to muck it up. We need to throw anything at them. And part of that may also still be the switching, whether that's 1 through 5 or a soft switching, meaning that Jrue Holiday and PJ Tucker will be fighting through screens. What they can't do is roll red carpet out to the mid-range for 2 mid-range assassins in CP3 and Devin Booker. So what Jrue Holiday said, whether he was disappointed in himself or disappointed in the overall defensive plan, is that they need to be aggressive, but they need to be smart with how aggressive they are, because as we saw, the Suns know how to get to the free throw line.
You know, and you talk about the plan here. Coach Bud always takes so much heat for his planning, maybe sticking to the script a little bit too much. But you've got a story about Coach Bud, right?
Yeah, so if you don't know this, like, so Coach Bud, he grew up in Arizona. His father is a Hall of Fame in Arizona high school coach, okay?
No.
He's in his 90s. He's calling up Bud after every single game. And after this game, Coach Bud said that his dad told him, full court press. That's what you got to do. Full court press once they get off the bus. And if I don't, like, that is the most high school coach line ever. Full court press. And actually, Giannis was told that. You know, he didn't know that Coach Bud's dad was a Hall of Fame high school coach, but he was told, like, hey, you know, maybe you guys should go full court press against these Suns. And he goes, maybe we should, whatever it takes, because I think that's, I mean, we laugh, but that may be the game plan right now for the Bucks, is they want to throw anything and everything they can at the Suns just to make sure that CP3 and Devin don't get comfortable.
Yeah, it's been the knock on Bud. Switch up the game plan. Hey, real quick, so who do you see winning Game 2? What do you think?
I'll tell you this. I don't think that Bucks fans should overreact if they go down 0-2. It's expected, right? I think we're going to see Giannis get more Giannis, as I said, and you know, the Suns look prepared. I will say the Bucks could be a team that doesn't study for a test but still passes, and we've seen that in these playoffs.
All right, I want to bring back in Richard Jefferson. RJ, you know, let's talk about the Suns side of this, right? Because what I find so interesting about CP3 is he's leading these young guys in this era of super teams, and it just seems so odd to me considering that he came from a place of people chafing under his leadership. What's he doing right in his career right now?
Well, and that's the thing. We always want to look at the bad parts, but first, I want to, you know, corroborate Cassidy's story. Growing up in Arizona, Coach Bud has Arizona roots in Tucson. So, like, I've known about Coach Bud since I was in high school, you know, just from him and his father. But I think Chris Paul has done a very good job of kind of growing his leadership, learning how to lead. And it's been an evolution. How you deal with younger players might be different than how you talk to a Blake Griffin and a DeAndre Jordan. How you talk to, you know, more established players and a more veteran group. But it's okay for you to continue to keep getting better, continue to grow as a leader. I remember my rookie year, Jason Kidd gets traded there. We were picked to finish second to last in the Eastern Conference, and Jason Kidd becomes an MVP candidate, helping lead us to 2 NBA Finals. And I think Chris Paul's leadership is continuing to improve even at the ripe age of 36.
Yeah, you talk about that improving leadership, but again, Cassidy, a lot of people did not. There were teams that chafed under him. There were teams that did not like his leadership style.
Yeah.
Now it seems different with these Suns.
Look, he's a pest. He's an irritant. he was those things with the Rockets and Clippers. He is that with the Suns. But the thing about leadership is you have to have people who want to be led. James Harden, for what it's worth, these were his contemporaries. They weren't soaking up everything he was saying. I also think it's a mix, a perfect storm. In his words, he didn't even think that he was ready into this moment to lead this group of guys. And I think just seeing how he carried over, how he mentored Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with the Thunder, to how he's taking on these young guys under his wings with the Suns. I mean, I've even been told that he invited some young guys over for pizza parties this year, just to keep them out of trouble during this quarantine, unpredictable pandemic season. So it has been really interesting to see just how he's cutting through with these young guys. And DeAndre Ayton gave him the ultimate respects, called him a Michael Jordan, LeBron James type leader on the court.
Oh, see, that's key, because RJ, you played with LeBron. I have to ask, what do you see in their leadership styles that may seem similar?
Well, I think just understanding what these individuals can do every single time down court and watching them raise their level. Obviously, there was conversation about Chris Paul being the MVP in the regular season, and he's like you kind of see an echo of that in the postseason. But his numbers are up. So Chris Paul over the course of the regular season averaging 16 points a game, but here in this postseason averaging 19 points a game. He's doing every single thing that his team needs him to do. And he's a leader. It means on the floor. We talk about extensions of coaches on the floor. LeBron James is an extension of whatever they're trying to accomplish on the floor and off the floor. Chris Paul has done this. Should not be surprised. We saw this in Houston. We saw this in OKC. We've seen this everywhere he's gone. So this is just an extension of Chris Paul's career.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.